everyone, my name's Alicia. I'm a realtor in the Houston, Texas area, and today I'm going to be doing a how-to video for caulking. Sometimes when you start a new project, such as painting, you might need to do a little bit of caulking just to be able to get you the nice finished look that you're hoping for. So I'm going to give you some of those scenarios that you might want to caulk, as well as some little tips and tricks that I have learned for how to make it smooth for you. So anyway, to get started, let's go over what you need for the project. So number one, you're going to need a caulk gun. You can get them Lowe's, Home Depot, even Walmart. They are not all created equal, so kind of check out the differences between them. You don't need high-end, but somewhere in the middle. Clearly this one has seen a few uses. Second, you're going to need caulk. So the one that I am using today and pretty much all the days is DAP. It's Alex Plus. It's a white caulk. I have an entire case of this from when I moved into my home. It's an old home and I had to caulk pretty much every single window. So anyway, it's worked really well. There are different caulks for different reasons. So if you have questions as to what you should be using for your project, feel free to ask me and I will do my best to try to answer. This one is I'm able to paint over. So that's why I really like this one and I've been using it all over my home. Okay, so next is, whoo, gotta put water in there. A little bit unconventional. You're gonna need a cup of water. So disposable cup is what you're gonna need. If you don't have a solo cup, that's okay. You can even take a water bottle and just cut the bottom of the water bottle. You just need a little bit of water. I think you can see. It's only in here like this much. All you need is enough to be able to dip your finger in and get your finger a little bit wet. And you're gonna need some paper towel. I'm gonna walk you through why you need these things, I promise. And last but not least is plastic or something to cover your floor if you want. You don't have to, but I tend to be pretty messy, and so I've got those all here. Next is what you're gonna need to do with your caulk. So to get started, you're gonna have to, hi Bella, you're gonna have to cut the tip of the caulk, and there's no line as to where you cut it. You can pretty much cut it anywhere. So obviously if you cut it closer to the top, it is going to be a smaller hole. And if you cut it too far down here, it's gonna be really big. So somewhere in the middle, you know, I always err on the small side just because I can always take more off. I can't put more back. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. I always cut it at a little bit of an angle. So like this, it makes it a lot easier. And something that I just learned recently and probably should have known for a while is on your caulk gun, you have this little hole right here. So let me show you. When you squeeze the handle, it's actually made to cut the tip for you. I have been doing other ways that have been a lot harder. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it. So hopefully, let's screw this up. This is actually my very first time to cut the caulk with this little thing that I just learned is there for this reason. So let's give it a try. Let's see if I can get closer. Sorry, Bella. Okay. So I want it at an angle, so I'm not gonna put it in straight. I'm gonna turn it a little bit. That's pretty easy. Okay, oh crap. It didn't work all the way. Son of a bitch! Okay, so that wasn't great. I have a feeling that mine is probably not super sharp, but it should work fine. I think I'm gonna just take my my box cutter or knife and trim this a little bit because there's a little bit of piece of plastic. You can't see, but the hole, how can you see it? I think it's the right size. It looks like a pretty good size. I don't know how to make you see that. To put the caulk gun or the caulk in the caulk gun, you just pull this back, stick that in there, and drop it in, and then let it go. So as you pump it, this is gonna push in and keep forcing the bottom of the tube up farther and farther so that you still keep getting caulk out. So we are ready to get going. So let's get started.